A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a controversial move, President Donald Trump has authorized the deployment of an additional 2,000 National Guard members to Los Angeles as California grapples with escalating protests over recent immigration raids. This decision comes shortly after the announcement of around 700 Marines being dispatched to the area, igniting a fierce debate over the legality and morality of such military involvement in civilian affairs. Officials have indicated that the National Guard troops will be put on active duty, although it may take a day or two before they are fully mobilized. The deployment adds to the 2,000 National Guard members already authorized, raising concerns among state officials and activists alike. Governor Gavin Newsom has vehemently opposed the troop presence, labeling it both illegal and immoral. Newsom, a Democrat, suggested that the deployment is less about public safety and more about catering to Trump's ego, stating, "This isn't about public safety. It's about stroking a dangerous president's ego." The Marines, according to U.S. Northern Command, are being sent to protect federal property and personnel, including immigration agents. However, Trump has not invoked the Insurrection Act, which would grant the military law enforcement powers, leaving many to wonder about the implications of this military presence without clear legal authority. Los Angeles Police Chief Jim McDonnell expressed confidence in his department's ability to manage the protests but warned that the arrival of the Marines without coordination with local law enforcement could pose significant logistical challenges. In response to the military deployment, California Attorney General Rob Bonta announced that the state would file a lawsuit against the federal government, claiming that Trump's actions have trampled California's sovereignty. Bonta stated, "We don't take lightly to the president abusing his authority and unlawfully mobilizing California National Guard troops." He plans to seek a court order to declare the use of the Guard unlawful and to request a restraining order to halt the deployment. The National Guard's arrival follows 2 days of protests that erupted after federal immigration authorities arrested over 40 individuals across Los Angeles. Demonstrators blocked major freeways and engaged in acts of vandalism, including setting self-driving cars on fire. In response, police utilized tear gas, rubber bullets, and flashbang grenades to disperse the crowds. Tensions escalated over the weekend, with several arrests made, including one individual detained for throwing a Molotov cocktail at police. On Monday, thousands gathered around City Hall for a union rally in support of labor leader David Huerta, who had been arrested during the protests. Huerta, president of the Service Employees International Union California, represents thousands of workers in the state. His arrest has become a rallying point for those outraged by the administration's immigration policies. Protesters linked arms outside the federal detention center where Huerta was held, resisting police requests to disperse. Bonta criticized Trump for exacerbating tensions with the troop deployments, asserting that the clashes were not an inevitable outcome of the protests. "This was not inevitable," he stated, suggesting that the president's actions had incited further unrest. Trump, however, defended his decision, claiming that the city would have been completely obliterated without the deployment of the National Guard. He also suggested that state leaders were afraid to do anything in response to the protests. As tensions continue to rise, additional protests are being organized across Los Angeles County and beyond, fueled by reports of federal immigration agents operating in nearby cities. Governor Newsom has urged Trump to reverse the deployment, calling it a serious breach of state sovereignty. He warned protesters against engaging in violence or property destruction, stating, "Trump wants chaos, and he's instigated violence. Stay peaceful. Stay focused. Don't give him the excuse he's looking for." This deployment marks a significant escalation, as it appears to be the first time in decades that a state's National Guard has been activated without a request from its governor. The situation remains fluid, with activists and state officials alike bracing for further developments in the ongoing struggle over immigration enforcement and state sovereignty. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.